a cruise out of a Florida cruise port, be sure to always do this one thing. And this one is for cruisers like me that have to fly into their cruise port, not those that have to drive. And my little bit of advice here is always price out the other nearby airports. It might surprise you, but a lot of the Florida cruise ports are actually located not that far from one another. Probably the best example of this is Port Miami and Port Everglades, which is out of Fort Lauderdale. These two areas are only about 25 miles apart, which is an easy and affordable Uber drive. So when I'm sailing from either of these cruise ports, I always make sure I search for flights for both Fort Lauderdale and Miami, because sometimes there can be a pretty big price difference. Now in this case, I'm sailing out of Port Everglades, so it's more convenient to fly into FLL or Fort Lauderdale Airport, but as you'll see, it's much cheaper for me to fly into the Miami airport. So in this case, it's a savings of $49 per person. Maybe not worth it if you're cruising by yourself, but definitely worth it if you're cruising with a family. On a recent cruise where I did this, the Uber cost me about $50 from Fort